Joining me now from the New Orleans Hornets, or whatever they're going to be called, coming up in the next few seasons, Jason Smith. Jason, thank you so much for coming by, and congratulations on a good season. I know it was only 21 wins, but you guys have to be very, very happy with the effort you put forth out there.
You know, we're very happy in one standpoint, but we're also kind of disappointed with all the injuries that we had this year. We feel like we could have been a playoff team. We could have been where the teams are now. But looking forward to next year, we have a huge upside coming up.
Huge upside. You've got probably one or two very good draft picks coming up. And oh, by the way, it's almost like trading for another player because you got Eric Gordon coming back healthy.
Oh, we cannot wait to get Eric Gordon back for a healthy full season. He's a tremendous player. He's a game changer, really. He's the type of player that you have to really go out there and score at will. You don't have to run any plays for him. You go out there, you play with him. He plays aggressive, and he can score the ball.
Mm-hmm. Especially late in games.
Oh,
he's a
yes.
closer.
Yes, a very, very big closer that we missed tremendously throughout the entire season.
And in watching the team play, you guys play with a lot of fire, a lot of heart. That's a mighty thing. You got to play defense,
yes.
and you got to play it
yes.
well. It was almost like teams, when you saw them the first time around the season, were a little bit surprised, and you guys were still hanging around late in games.
And that's what we kind of prided ourselves on, to go out there, really play hard, play aggressive throughout the entire season. That's Coach Williams' attitude, that's his mindset. Obviously, we missed a lot of players throughout the season, but I think moving forward, like you said, we'll get a couple draft picks. We'll get some good momentum going into next year.
And when you look at it also, you watch the games and you see the guys out there rooting for each other. You know, Gravis is rooting when he's sitting on the bench. You're
Yep.
rooting if you come out and take a blow. There's a lot of love on this team, a lot of chemistry, right?
We have a very good group of guys, a young group of guys who really want to go out there and win. We had a little trouble with that, but I think going forward, we really we look forward to coming back, and we're glad to be in New Orleans. With Mr. Benson taking over ownership, we are here to stay, and we're in. We really look forward to the ownership. Hopefully, there will be no name change. I like a little preference. I like the Hornets,
Okay.
but we'll see how that happens. We really don't have any say in that, so we'll see.
I believe Mr. Benson's going to make that
Yes,
decision.
I think he will have that decision.
You know, as we talk about the ownership change and the stability of the team, the fact that you guys know that you're going to be here, you got a guy who's committed to making this team better, that has to make you feel very, very good going into the off season.
Oh, definitely. And when you answer questions about where you're going to be next season, it's really tough to say, oh, well, we think we're going to be here. Well, we might not be here. And it's tough for a fan to be in and be committed to a team that, oh, if they're not here next year, that could create a big blow to their hearts.
Talk to me a little bit along those lines about Chris Kaman. I mean, this guy was in, he was out, he was staying, he was going all season long, and yet he came and showed just a great deal of professionalism out there. Did some of that kind of rub off on you, where you could?
I definitely learned a lot from Chris.
Mm-hmm.
He's a phenomenal player.
Yeah.
He's an all-star caliber player in my mind. He taught me so many different little things about the game, and I think from a player standpoint, I learned so much from him, and I really don't have anything bad to say about him.
Yeah, good player indeed. The coaching staff, we know how Monty
Yep.
handles his business, but the rest of the staff seems to be a very close unit, and that everybody has their job and everybody knows what to do, and they translate that well to you guys.
I think they do a very good job. Coach Williams has definitely picked a great group of guys. Their coaching staff definitely motivates us to win, prepares us to win. They do a great job of individual work with our personal development and practices. And it's just one of those things that Coach Monty knows what he wants, and he's going to go out there and find the right people to make us have success.
Now, your preference is to keep it the Hornets. How about the team colors?
That's a good
Would
question.
you change them?
I don't know. I like the blue. I like and we have crazy colors for Mardi Gras, so it's kind of up in the air. I don't have any preference on that stuff.
Just as long as you can go out there and
As
play.
long as I can go out there and play some basketball, I'm okay.
And you're a newlywed. Congratulations on that. How are you and the bride like in New Orleans?
Oh, we love New Orleans. The food, the people. I mean, you can't go wrong with New Orleans food. I mean, come on. Try and find a bad place to eat. Really?
You can't.
No, you can't do it. You can't do it.
I'm not even trying. I got to ask you about Saints tight end Jimmy Graham. I talked to him last week. Jimmy said he wants to come out. He wants a 10-day. Played for a year at Miami.
A 10-day, huh?
Says he can do the job.
You know what?
Chances of it?
I would say he might have a good chance with that. You see, a lot of football players have had a basketball career. So you know what that means? I know he's an aggressive player. He's a very physical player. So I would have to say he could have a pretty good chance of getting a 10-day.
Well, Jason, thank you so much for coming by, man.
Thank you guys
We appreciate the time. Thank you very much. Jason Smith of the New Orleans Hornets.